Babu Nilgiri, MBBS Consultant Orthopedic Surgeon at Care Hospitals. Sir, welcome to Fever first of all.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
And I'm happy that we are talking about a very relevant topic, that is knee replacement, about knee replacement surgery, that to a robotic knee replacement surgery. That's one of the thing that's happening in Care Hospital. So sir, regarding this majorly, this is a very major concern in terms of older group of people, elderly patients. So I want to know, sir, what is robotic knee replacement surgery and which type of robots are you having in the hospital, especially in Care?
Yeah. Robotic knee replacement surgery is with the help of the robo. So we'll do a knee replacement surgery with the assistance of a robo. Robo won't do surgery on its own. We need to guide it to do it. So we at our hospital, we are having a Johnson & Johnson's Willis robotic knee system. So with that, we'll do a knee replacement surgery.
So sir, when it comes to this specific feature of Willis robot comparing to any other robot, what is the major difference that you would like to say?
Pre-operative investigations like CT scan or MRI, where other robots in the market they need. What it does is it will give all the information intraoperatively while we are operating. The surgeon can know the details of the patient, like anatomy of the bone and soft tissue, alignment of the bone, patient, everything in the during the surgery only. So that is the main advantage with this thing. We can avoid major investigations like CT scan. So intraoperatively we can plan everything.
So, sir, this knee replacement surgery, what candidates are there for robotic knee replacement surgery?
So any candidate who are having a degenerative osteoarthritis, like there is a age-related disease. So whoever are suffering from severe knee pain because of osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis who are suffering, so they're all are good candidates for a robotic knee replacement surgery. But only concern is in patients who are severely osteoporotic. In those patients, we need to think to go for a robotic knee replacement surgery, because we use pins in robotic knee replacement surgery other than extra comparing to conventional knee replacement surgery. So while keeping those pins in osteoporotic patients, severely osteoporotic patients, the bone may get damaged or broke. So for that, only concern is we need to check for the osteoporosis, strength of the bone. Other than that, all the patients who are having severe deformities, and it is more advantage in patients who are having deformities not only in the knee, in patients who are having fractures which were treated or not treated properly before, any malalignments are there, and any rods are there already in bone. So in those patients, definitely robotic knee replacement will give a lot of advantage, because without removing them also we can do the procedure very easily.
So coming to in terms of the procedure, sir, how does a robotic knee replacement differ from any traditional knee replacement surgery?
Yeah, in a traditional knee replacement surgery, we'll use lot of jigs to cut the bone, to make the bone to shape to the implant size. So in a robotic knee replacement surgery, without using any jigs, with the help of robo, we'll plan everything on screen. So specifically, anatomically, which is good for the patient, exact size of the patient. So that cuts everything will decide before the operation. So according to that cuts, robo will give us perfect precision in the cuts and everything. And soft tissue, we won't release much in a robotic knee replacement surgery. That gives a early relief to the patient and early recovery to the patient.
So the recovery period also should be a concern for the patient. So what is the recovery period after a knee replacement surgery, robotic knee replacement surgery?
Actually, usually in a conventional, traditional knee replacement surgery, patients will recover in 4 to 6 weeks time. So that will be cut down to around maximum 2 to 3 weeks time because of due to the robotic knee replacement surgery. as we won't release much of the soft tissues, and cuts also will plan and will do it with the help of the robo. So recovery will be very faster. Pain also will be less as the soft tissue is not involved much. So we can expect a pretty decent. We can cut down a 2 to 3 weeks comparing to traditional knee replacement surgery.
Oh, so that's a added benefit, I think,
Yes.
of robotic. Then coming to a candidate would ask, will he be able to cross his legs and sit after a robotic knee replacement surgery?
So any replacement surgery, if it is done properly, they should be able to fold their legs, flex their legs properly. But we advise not to do cross leg sitting, and because a poly will be there in between the joint. So the longevity of the implant, longevity of the knee replacement depends on the degeneration of the poly. Every time when the patient is sitting down cross-legged and getting up, lot of pressure will go into the joint. So and spine also has to be very strong in those patients. Considering all these things, for the longevity of the patient, we'll definitely ask them to avoid sitting down cross-legged every day. But once in a while, when they go to temples or when they participate in any pujas or anything, they can do it once in a while, but not on a regular basis.
Coming to complications, sir, are there any associated complications with a robotic knee replacement surgery?
We already discussed about this thing, like in osteoporosis, osteoporotic patients, there are chances of fractures with using robotic knee replacements. So otherwise, as like any other surgery, we need to have a proper pre-operative evaluation to avoid the complications like infection and bleeding, hematoma, all those things. If we properly evaluate the patient before the surgery, we can avoid all those things. It won't carry any additional complication with the robotic knee replacement surgery.
I would like to ask this. Already you have specified, how faster a person can recover, but I would want to know, after a robotic knee replacement, how faster is the recovery?
So basically, in a traditional knee replacement surgery, in any knee replacement surgery, what we try to achieve is a gap, flexion gap and extension gap. They are to be equal on both sides, inner side and outer side. You need to do stretches and regularly. You need to do regular exercises, strengthening exercises to the joint that will avoid early degeneration. Any injury to the joint, you need to go for evaluation as early as possible. Some people, what they do with when an injury happens, sports injury with a twisting injury, usually in ACL tears also, what happens is pain will be there for some time, at least 2 weeks. After that, pain subsides. Few people will have this instability. With this instability, they'll do all their activities. That causes a lot of damage in the joint. That gives arthritis early in the stage. So early evaluation will prevent this arthritis. So that is most important thing. So
coming to an older age patient, I have heard even my grandparents telling that they had gone to a doctor and doctor had told to just the water is filled in the knee and they'll just pump out that water and the thing is done. Is it advisable, to continue with that? Because after that also, patients with older age have tremendous amount of pain.
Yeah. So that swelling or collection in the joint might be because of some inflammation, or in few people might be because of infection. We need to rule out the cause of the swelling first thing. So for that first time, if the swelling is severe, pain will be very much. And for a diagnostic thing, what we do is we aspirate that fluid and we'll send for the culture and sensitivity and other investigations to know the cause of that swelling. So it depends if the infection is there or inflammation is there. Depending on that, we need to treat it. So next thing will be in arthritis. If severe degeneration is there, because of arthritis also sometimes arthritic flare-ups will come. That also gives swelling in the joint. So not regularly, but for diagnostic purpose, once at least we need to aspirate that fluid, and we need to send for investigations.
Is it like a thing that it is mandatory after a certain age you get knee joint pain? Is it like that?
See, knee joint pain depends on lot of factors, how active they are, so how is their activity in a earlier age. So, but once the knee joint pain starts, means you need to evaluate what is the cause of the knee joint pain. Usually after 50 years, degenerative arthritis we are commonly seeing. Degenerative osteoarthritis means there will be decrease in the joint space. So usually in osteoarthritis, we commonly see is medial joint space will be reduced. Joint space means in between the thigh bone and leg bone, space will be reduced. The cartilage wear and tear will happen, and meniscus, the shock absorber like things in between the bones, wear and tear in the meniscus, and friction. Because of the friction between these two bones, the pain will be there. So we need to evaluate, and we need to see in what stage of arthritis it is. It goes from stage 1 to stage 4. Depending on the stage of arthritis, we need to go for a treatment.
So youngsters, be aware, if there is an injury to your knee, please don't avoid. This was Dr. Sharath Babu N from Care Hospital, Consultant Orthopedic Surgeon. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. I'll come after this amazing track.